Okay, so I've just installed this GME XRS 330C OBG. So this one's got a GPS in it. So it wasn't very hard. I put this magnetic lock here because there's no other place for it. The installation was fairly easy, about 45 minutes to install it. I've put this is a Pajero Sport, so on the outside, out here, I've put a low profile plate. So here we have a low profile plate there, if you can see that properly. So this is sitting at the same level as the bonnet. So when you open the bonnet, this here will just go up like that and back and forth, so the plate's actually attached to the hinge of the bonnet. That was fairly easy. Okay, the wiring was quite easy. Okay, so when you're installing this, you can get to the fuse box under here and put what's called a fuse tap in. So if you want to take this out, there's a piston here. So you put it up a little bit, push the piston out, then release these two clips from the side here. Okay, this will come off. Underneath here, down in here, you have your fuse box, and here is a fuse tap. Now pull the fuse tap out so you can see what it is. Okay, so here's my fuse tap. So all it is it's like a fuse. It has this here, which is where the fuse plugs into. There's the old fuses there, so there's the old 15 amp fuse, and this is for the accessories. So that just plugs into your fuse box, boom, and it's got one fuse for the GPS. That's one fuse for the radio, the ultra high frequency radio, UHF radio, and the other one is just for the 15 amp fuse. So it's quite easy, and as you can see down here, there's your fuse box there. So that just plugs in. It's a very easy wiring. And underneath here, you'll see is where I put the actual unit itself. There's the unit there, and the only hard part that you've got to do is you've got to get the aerial lead through the main firewall, and I'll show you how I've done that. So I'll just show you this fuse tap again. There's my lead. It runs into the actual unit down under here from the back. This is the fuse tap with the two fuses. So in here, there's my fuse there. So red wire to the fuse box, and the black wire goes to the car body. So I'm just going to push that fuse tap in, and there goes my power on for the unit itself. So that's the power on. Quite easy. This is a Pajero Sport 2020 model, and easy as pie. And as you can see here, this is how I took the glove box out. It's held into place in these two things here. So these two lugs plug in to here, and here's your piston. Here's your piston here. Not sure if you can see that. That goes up and down. See, up and down. It's a small piston, and that here plugs into this thing here. Easy as. and then you've just got to expand these two things which hold it into place. You've got to push those in at the same time as you actually pull it out. You've got to widen it. So putting your glove box back into place, there's these two things here. You put those on first, so you clip into place, and then you pull this hydraulic piston up a little bit, and then before you actually put these over the top of here, you've got to put this into place with your hands. I'll see if I can film it. So I'm going to half close the box, put my hand over the top here, feel for that hole, push that into place. That's in place. Then I just push these lugs over the top like that, and then the piston allows it to open slowly. Bob's your uncle. So here's my bracket which holds the aerial into place. I'll put a link in the description where I got this plate from for a 2020 Pajero Sport. I've looked at a few options of where to put it, but this was my best option. The actual plate was 80 bucks. So I've run the lead across here, you clip all these down with the cable ties, goes across there, and I wanted to get into an area which was high, just in case you go for a lot of water. So I've put mine just down through this port here. There's a big plug there. All you do is get a plastic, see the plug down there. I had my finger in the way then, so let me see if I can go through. There's the plug down there. So I went through that plug. All you do is get a plastic coated cable, a flexible cable, plastic coat on it. You just sharpen the end, push it through that plug, put a small screwdriver through there first, put the cable down, then feed it through, find it with your inside with your hands, pull the cable through, and then just get the end of your aerial cable, tape it up with some duct tape, and then pull it through as somebody's pushing it through that plug, and you can feed it through. Easy as pie. The leftover cable, I've just cable tied that up here. You don't need that much, so that's it. Pretty simple. Just one last thing is, if I look at the dash here, all the dash is completely off, and this has still got power. It's because I put it in the accessories fuse plug, which I've done automatically. But in the menu of this, if I go into the menu, which is right here, and I go down to one of the settings, which is radio settings and auto power. If I go into that one, you can see I've got it set for 31 minutes there. So if this thing is running by itself for 31 minutes and it's not being activated or used at all, it'll automatically shut off. Other than that, if I do leave it on, it'll just shut off automatically. But normally what you would do is just go back out. So I just turn the power off here. Power's off, no problems, but sometimes you do want the radio running when you haven't got the ignition on. So that was quite easy. I did get quoted a couple of quotes to install it. One was $350, or another one that came out to me was $420. So the total installation of this was about 45 minutes. So I suggest that you can do it yourself using a fuse tap. They're pretty easy. There's 4 different types of fuse taps. I'll put those on to the menu. I'll put this on the video so you can see which one. For a particular Pajero Sport, you're looking at what's called a low profile fuse tap. There's mini fuse tap, micro fuse tap, and the standard fuse tap. So you just got to find out what size fuses you're using. But this one is a mini, and it requires a low profile fuse tap. Thank you. hope you enjoyed the video. So here's your fuse tap sizes here. Just check which sort of fuse you have in your car, and you can just adjust accordingly to this menu here. Bye.